Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Oliver, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Oliver's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Oliver's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we will show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Oliver is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, and that's where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Oliver take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Oliver heel, and you're going to start walking, and Oliver should fall in line nicely there on your left-hand side. He should be walking at your pace, whether it's a fast pace or a slower pace, and he should not be lagging behind or lunging ahead and pulling on that leash. If he is to do so, tell him no, followed by a correction on the correction collar, and repeat the heel command. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit, which you just saw occur. So anytime that you're out walking with Oliver and you stop, he should sit nicely right there at your left heel position. If he does not follow through, tell him no, tug and release on the correction collar towards the rear, and repeat the sit command. Now they're going to go ahead and demonstrate the stay command. It's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay and walk out to the end of your leash. You want to make sure that you're practicing this command often to help build up his self-control and maturity skills and his ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. Oliver should remain seated in this position and should not break, and you want to make sure that when you're practicing at home, start at about 1 minute for his long sit stay and increase your time intervals, working up to 3 minutes for your long sit stay. When Fred returns back, he's going to walk all the way around behind in a counterclockwise motion, returning back to heel position so that Oliver is once again directly at his left heel position. And they're going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you again, his heel automatic sit and stay. Again, if he does not comply with your command that you're asking of him, tell him no, followed by a correction on that correction collar, and repeat the command. So Fred leaves him in another sit stay and walks out to the end of the leash. He's going to give Oliver a moment to hold his sit stay, and then they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come command. Call Oliver in using his name in a happy tone. He should then come in and sit directly in front of you. Good boy. And then you return him to heel position by heeling him around the back of you, where he's going to return back to your left-hand side and sit nicely. There you go. And they'll demonstrate that again. Leave him in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the leash, give him a moment to hold it, and then call him in using his name in a happy voice. He's going to come right on in. Good, Oliver, and sit nicely. Super job. And heel him around the back of you to your left-hand side. Good boy. It's very important to keep Oliver motivated while working him through his commands. You can do this through positive reinforcement, either verbally praising him and telling him he's a good boy and doing a good job, or physically petting him and praising him. The next command they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands, and it's the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground in the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command and walk out to the end of the leash. And he should remain laying down in this position and should not break. This is another command that you want to practice often to help build up his ability to down stay for longer periods of time. And with the long down stay, have Oliver start at about 3 minutes and increase your intervals, working up to 5 minutes for your long down stay. Once again, Fred's going to return back counterclockwise, walking all the way around and behind. Great job, Oliver. Although you should be working Oliver and his commands every day in your schedule and activities and incorporating your commands, you also want to be setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day for the first couple of weeks that he's home to work him through his commands in a formal obedience training session such as this video here. It's great practice for the both of you and will help with your transition back into the house with new rules. So Fred left Oliver in another down stay out to the end of the leash. He'll give him a moment to hold that, and they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come command from the down position this time. Gets up, comes on in, and around the back. He almost tripped Fred there. It's all about wanting to sit nicely there. This last command they're demonstrating is the down from a distance. It's the second of our down commands. Leave Oliver in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the leash, and from the end of the leash you're going to use your right hand to give Oliver the down command.
No.
Now he didn't go down on the first time Fred said it, so he said no, repeated the command, and he followed through very nicely. And Oliver should go into his down right where he's seated. Great job. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Oliver's learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Oliver, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.